Hey guys, I recently made a pedal board for fly-in dates, and it's pretty small. I'm only using really 4 pedals, 4 or 5, and I wanted to show you what I use to cover a lot of different ground without having to buy a $1,500 modeler or bring a bunch of gear, bring a huge pedal board to a gig. I'm going to give you the sweet spot of 4 or 5 pedals that you can do to cover a lot of different styles. Also, if you're just getting into pedals, this will maybe give you a crash course on what they all do. You know, it's kind of awkward sometimes to ask, you know, like what pedals do I need? Or you don't want to maybe search down YouTube and look up every pedal. This is what I do on a lot of gigs, and it allows me to cover country, blues for sure, rockabilly. I do a lot of hard rock stuff. Let's get into it. Soul, you got all these different styles that you could do with these pedals. Delay pedal. Now, this one you can get online or at Guitar Center or anywhere, really. The Carbon Copy Deluxe. And the reason I have the Deluxe model is because I need the tap tempo. So if I'm doing country or rockabilly stuff, I need a slapback or a fast echo. So here is just the clean amp. And this would be like a Blues Junior sound. The reverb's already built in. Now I'm going to add the delay. I need a fast delay. Faster than that. I need it to be pretty quick. So you hear how it just echoes one time? So I have I tapped it pretty quick, so it echoes only one time. And I have the mix relatively low. So I don't want it to be too heavy, too wild. It's going to be too much. So I want it to just kind of be like felt but not heard. And then I could do my rockabilly thing. Or like a chicken pickin'. Subtle, you want it to just kind of be there. Great. Well, sometimes you need to play a ballad. This is where the tap tempo comes in. So I'll do a longer delay. See how it's kind of barely there. And for this I might just have a little bit more in the mix. Kind of just to fill it out and make it thicker. This is good for like a clean guitar solo too. Soul tune or something like that. But I also use the long delay for when I'm playing like a hard rock guitar solo or a Journey or Guns N' Roses or something like that. You can add your overdrive pedal, which we'll get into in a second. So without the delay, it sounds fine, but it really fattens it up to have that long echo. So it kind of is a farther away echo. And I mean, you could do the slapback too, like if you're doing like a psychobilly thing or like a heavier, more punk rock driven rockabilly. So the fast delay would work for that too, but I'm off track. Delay. You're either going to use it for a slow delay or a fast one for like a chicken picking. Then you need a good overdrive pedal, and when I say good, what I mean is it gives you that pick attack. So if I'm doing like some roots music or some blues music, I'll use the overdrive pedal with the drive turned down considerably. So turn this down. Still pretty driven, pretty dirty. So now that's kind of cleanish. I'm gonna go even. So it's barely there, just is kind of fattening it up. This is good for, you know, a blues vibe. Let's see. So if you were doing like Stevie Ray Vaughan or something like that. And you know, you can dial in the drive to your taste, really. So if only I could move that knob with my foot, I'd be in great shape. But let's say that I'm playing some kind of like something kind of bluesy, and I kind of like my clean sound to be kind of overdriven anyway. So I might play, this might be my clean sound. I like that little bit of a grit on there. But let's say that I need to play some AC/DC or something. This same pedal, because it has the pick attack, even when it's saturated, I think it sounds pretty damn good. I mean, I'll even use it for Metallica sometimes. Why not? Is it the exact sound? Do I have a humbucker guitar and an actual Mesa Boogie? No. But I'm on a gig where I'm covering lots of different sounds, and it's pretty damn close, you guys. So maybe I'm doing a Journey, long delay with the overdrive. You really want it to have the pick attack. A lot of the distortion pedals or overdrive pedals that you have, it doesn't access the dynamics of the pick. They just get real muddy. So this one is made by Mr. Black. It's a USA company, kind of boutique-y in Oregon. But some other pedals, I mean, I think the OCD by Full Tone is great. That's a great pedal. I got one of those. I mean, that would be like a starting point for overdrive pedal for sure. Because you can do the same thing where you have like a little bit of grit on it, or you turn it up and it can get real saturated. So, your overdrive pedal, I keep changing them out. I'm really happy with this JDS50 from Mr. Black. I can't believe how saturated and distorted it gets, but still has this definition. Yeah. We're going to use that again in a minute. This is my favorite pedal of all time. When I discovered the Tremolo pedal, I just realized how much easier my job would get backing up singers. So if you are in a band and you're backing up a singer, especially in a soul situation, this is the pedal you need, a tremolo. You instantly are back in the 60s with this pedal. I mean, you could do so much, including, you could do like a fake organ thing. Let's see. I turned down my tone knob. It has like a little organ vibe. But of course, if you're playing covers or in a party band, you're gonna need it for this. It's great for that spy sound, that 60s sound. And I just love how all of a sudden I just play a whole note. And it carries out, So like, if you're backing up a soul singer, this is going to be crucial. Strumming my pain with his finger, singing my song with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song. You get the point. Even like a me and Bobby McGee, bust a flag, Baton Rouge. waiting for a train. I have a tendency to make everything a soul tune, so you should do that too, because it sounds good. You're on the gig. I know a lot of people, they want to just get the exact sound from the record. And that's when you start getting into these modelers and you start really researching what pedals they use and what sounds. That's cool. If that's you want to chase that down, that's what you're up to, go ahead. But I'm giving you the 4 pedals you need to cover a lot of ground without having to buy a bunch of stuff or learn to update some modeler or bring some huge pedal board to the gig. You can get through and make it your own with these pedals. So I have clearly found my own sound with these, and I suggest you do the same thing with yours. Favorite one being the tremolo. Here, we do the intensity a little bit. 60s Spy, baby. Okay, so here's the one I use the least, and this is the newest one to my whole world, and I really spent time with these to like kind of figure out what I'm doing. This is a phaser. No offense to the Eddie Van Halen fans, I did not set out to buy the Eddie Van Halen model. I went to buy the original Phase 90. It's like a yellow-orange color, and they didn't have it. But they do have this one, which has the Phase 90 built into it. Is this working? Yeah, there it is. So you can push that button and it gives you the original one. But that's cool. Either way, I like it. Apparently, Eddie had a good taste in phaser pedals. I didn't even know what a phaser pedal was, but I thought to myself, man, I want to know what that Waylon Jennings sound is for his solos, you know. So it has a Waylon vibe for sure. '70s country. I really like this phaser with the plain slide too. So if I had like some more overdrive going, turn it down. Like this would be a killer slide vibe. I don't have a lot of it on there too. You might notice that it's turned down pretty low. I still like it though, even when there's quite a bit. That's too much. So for the slide, I would just add a little bit. Phaser. But then I had this unexpected realization. Okay, so, but then after I started using it for the Waylon stuff and the '70s country, I realized it would be really good for like the '90s rock, the alternative stuff, because I'm not really a fan of chorus, but a lot of like the Nirvana and the '80s stuff has chorus on it. But I noticed that I could cover a lot of the same vibe. Cover that chorusy vibe with the phaser. But then I also noticed that whenever I was playing kind of like maybe like a dance tune or a disco tune or something like that, it was really good for chords. Like even funk tunes, this phaser really came in handy. So if I was playing like Flowers by Miley Cyrus, got a cool vibe for that. So I cover a lot with this phaser. Not to mention, I thought it sounded pretty good with like a Hendrix vibe. Let's see, we got 90s rock. I would also use the phaser for like a Randy Rhoads vibe. Or even any kind of like 80s rock would sound cool. Subtle. Don't turn it up too much, just a little bit. Using that with the overdrive is going to be great. Getting a good overdrive and a long delay. You have your hard rock together. Turn down the overdrive, you got the roots music. Man, you got pretty much everything you need. Except, you may have noticed that there's a tuner pedal on my board. You need a tuner pedal, guys. This is just a side note. This is not an effect situation. But don't torture everybody with tuning your guitar. This is like for beginners and people who are starting to play live. Don't torture everybody by tuning your guitar so they could hear it. I tune between every song. Okay, when you're big time and you have your guitar tech who's just going to bring you a new guitar every song, that's fine. He's tuning it right before. I'll be talking to the audience while tuning, just like I'm doing right now. And I like this polytune because it's real bright, so if I'm outdoors, like if I'm doing like a festival or something and it's daytime, I can usually see it. You need a tuner pedal, guys. That's a side note. That doesn't count. And the last thing I'll say is if you want to add one more pedal, I would say that the wah-wah will do a lot to increase your solos for like a hard rock thing. Why am I doing it with my left foot? I'm no good with that. That's a fun one to add. Problem with the wah-wah pedal is when people get their first wah-wah pedal, they try to use it on everything. It's a specialty moment, and it sure helps if you're like shredding on a solo. The wah-wah is going to help quite a bit. Couple more things I want to tell you guys. Most of this stuff could be found at Guitar Center or Sweetwater or online. The only two pedals that you can't find anywhere would be this Mr. Black Overdrive and this Voodoo Labs Tremolo. I am pretty much in love with both of those. A lot of my Ry Bradley music gigs where I'm playing like rockabilly and blues, I don't use pedals. Sometimes I just show up and use no pedals. But if I am playing roots music, I'll probably use some type of delay and maybe an EP booster. This is like kind of specialty stuff. But you don't have to go boutique-y and specialty to find good pedals that will work for your gig. And so I put together this pedal board knowing that I needed it to be small. I wanted to fly with it. But I also wanted it to be kind of like not my most favorite boutique-y stuff. So I don't know where I'm going with that. You get the point. All these pedals are true bypass. I think that makes a difference if you're an amp guy. You're really into your tube amps and stuff. You notice that none of these pedals are Boss pedals. You could just do with that what you want. Not a fan. This Crybaby is the true bypass one, this wah-wah pedal, because wah-wah pedals are notorious for sucking tone. Just FYI. Other than that, I would love to know what your top 4 pedals are. Put that in the comments, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit me with a comment. Please subscribe. And thanks for watching, guys.